Returning after a break, Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 252 spoilers today were expected to reveal Yuta's fate and Megumi's future, and they did not disappoint. The official translation is set to be released on Monday, January 19, 2024, at 12 a.m. JST in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump Issue 12. In the previous chapter, Yuji breached into Sukuna's inner domain and reached Megumi, who had already given up. Yuta protected Yuji by absorbing Sukuna's world-cutting slash, which left him cut in half. However, Maki Zen'in stepped in at the last moment and slashed Sukuna with Split Soul Katana. According to the alleged Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 252 spoilers, the chapter is titled, Inhuman Makyo Shinjuku Showdown, Part 24. According to the alleged Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 252 spoilers, the chapter begins with a small flashback of Ino, Maki, and Kusakabe looking at Yuta's domain barrier from the outside. They expected Yuta's domain to be shattered at any moment and had Maki ready to go. Ino thought it might be better for more people to be inside the domain, but Kusakabe stated that it was too late. Entering the domain now would compromise its integrity and alert Sukuna of their plan. As Maki prepared to join the battle, Kusakabe cheered her on and refused to join in himself, despite a request from Ino. When the domain broke, Kusakabe asked Maki to wait for Yuta's signal as to when to jump in. At present, while Maki keeps Sukuna busy, Rika holds on to Yuta before Ui arrives to transfer him presumably to Shoko. The alleged Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 252 spoilers state that Ui took Yuta to be healed, implying that Yuta is alive and can be saved. Maki tries to slash at Sukuna with her katana, but Sukuna evades it. He realizes that Yuta deliberately destroyed his own domain, which acted as the signal that Kusakabe mentioned. Sukuna also realizes that he can't heal the wounds given by Maki as easily as his other wounds. Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 252 spoilers reveal that any wound made by the Split Soul Katana cannot be healed by the regular reversed curse technique RCT. One must heal the soul directly, for which they need to see the clear outline of their soul. Sukuna's long history of possession has equipped him with the ability to clearly map out his own soul and differentiate it from whoever he is currently possessing. However, the damage from his battle with Gojo prevents him from healing it, as healing the soul requires more effort and cursed energy than regular RCT. Meanwhile, Yuji Itadori tries to get back into fighting in order to rescue Megumi, but he falls down, coughing blood. Even though Yuji has been consistently using RCT, he hasn't properly healed himself, given his ineptitude due to having learned it only a month ago. However, Choso calmly instructs Yuji to circulate his blood throughout his body to every single blood vessel. Meanwhile, Sukuna tries to grab Maki's katana, but she throws him off. He destroys a building and throws it at Maki, taking advantage of the visual obscurity to send a regular slash at her, which she evades. Sukuna realizes that Maki can see his technique better than other sorcerers. He states that facing her is similar to facing Mahoruga in Shibuya. Even though her katana stabbed his heart, he is forcibly using cursed energy to circulate his blood, which is what he did with Yuji's body in the detention center. Maki asks if he is going to continue that while fighting her. Sukuna replies that he has no problem as of now. Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 252 spoilers then switch to Uraum vs. Hikari, where Hikari states that Sukuna's original form is not as scary as he thought. Sukuna's cursed energy reserve is also drying up. But Uraum refutes this claim by saying that Sukuna simply has no interest in his opponents. Even after fighting Gojo, Sukuna has not brought out his full power. Just then, a shadowy, monstrous silhouette of Sukuna is seen looming in front of Maki. According to the Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 252 spoilers, there won't be any break next week. The manga will celebrate its 6th anniversary with the beginning of the 4th popularity poll, a color spread, and a feature on the cover of Weekly Shonen Jump Issue 15.